Hello guys, welcome to Ramta Solutions. Welcome to your lesson on differentiation calculus. Today we're looking at finding equations of your cubic graphs. We will try, without any waste of time, we will try the three ways that are available for you. So those are, let's look at it. So there are three ways or three situations that you will come across. One will be when you have, when you have, let's say, three distinct roots. Okay, when you have three distinct roots. Okay, when you have three distinct roots, an example would be maybe you have your graph like this. Okay, you have your graph like this. This is x1, x2, x3, and maybe another point somewhere there. Okay, and another point somewhere wherever it may be. Okay, so when you encounter such problem, you don't have to waste your time. First thing first, you just say f of x equals a into, because you know how to find equation of a quadratic graph when you are given intercept, doing the very same thing. So here you're going to say this is x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3, or maybe let me just say x plus plus plus. Okay, so this is the formula that you are going to use. So you will be substituting, this is x equals negative, so it will be x plus whatever. These values are positive, so it will be x minus x minus. Okay, but I will give you an example. Okay, I will give you an example on this, or maybe let me just give you an example just now. Okay, example, f of x equals ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, and then you are given, let me see, you're given this is minus 2, this is minus 1, and then this is minus 8. Okay, this is the y-intercept, it's minus 8, and this is 4. Okay, and this is 4. Okay, so the question asks you to find, to basically determine this equation. What do you do? Remember, I had said to you, as you can see, you have intercept x equals minus 2, x equals minus 1, and x equals 4. Don't waste your time. Just say f of x equals a into x, because it's minus, it will be x plus 2, x minus 1, and this one, because it's positive, sorry, it's also plus. Because it's positive, you must write it as x minus 4. Okay? So you then need to simplify this. So I will say a into x plus 2. FOIL method of these two brackets, you have x squared minus 3x minus 4. All right, remember, FOIL method of these two brackets will give you this. Now you can further say you have a into, let me move it again, f of x equals a into x times x squared is x cubed, x times minus 3x, it's minus 3x squared, x times minus 4, it's minus 4x, 2 times x squared is 2x squared, 2 times negative 3, it's negative 6x, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Further simplification would tell us that f of x equals a into, collect like terms, we have x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x would mean minus x squared, and then minus 4x minus 6 would mean a minus 10x, and then minus 8. Let me tell you, when you look at this graph, you expect your A to be positive. If you don't get a positive A value, please go back and check where you made a mistake. Just by virtue of, even though the value might not be right, but if it's not positive, you must know that there is a mistake somewhere. Okay? Because we said when it ends with a smiling face, A is positive. So let's see. We're going to substitute a point here, 0 and negative 8. 0 and negative 8. Alright, 0 and negative 8. What does it mean? It means where there's x, we put 0. Where there's y, we put negative 8. So this is negative 8 into A into x, 0 cubed. 0 cubed minus 0 squared minus 10 into 0 minus 8. Right? Okay, so this is minus 8 equals all these, right? Because we said where there's x, we put 0, and where there's y, we put negative 8. All right? Got it? Okay, so I see we will have negative 8 equals negative 8a. So negative 8 equals negative 8a. Therefore, this means a equals 1, right? So, since a equals 1, I'm going to substitute back this a into this expression. As you can see, 1 multiplied by all these things, it will be these things as they are. Therefore, f of x is x cubed minus x squared minus 10x, minus x squared minus 10x, was it minus 8? Yes, minus 8. Okay, minus 8. So this is your equation. Okay, this is your equation. Right, and this is how you solve it. Now let's go to a second method, or a second way will be, I think I was using a white color, wasn't I? Yes, I was using a white color. Okay. So the second method is when given two roots and one of them and one is a stationary point. Okay, and one is a stationary point. Okay, so for this situation, you have something like this. Okay, you have something like this. Let's say it's like this. Okay, let's say it's like this. As you can see, this point here is a stationary point. It's also an x-intercept. Alright? And then here, you have another, and here you have another, what is this? You have another x-intercept. Alright? So, when you need to solve this one here, what you do, you will say f of x equals a into, maybe let me say, because I'm using this diagram, what you're seeing here, the one that is also a stationary point will be repeating. That's a tip I'm giving you. The one that's a stationary point will be repeating, meaning it's like saying you have two x values, but of course they are similar. So it'll be x plus x2, it's only appearing once, and you have x plus x1, as you can see, but because I said it's repeating, square it. Okay, square it. So this is when you have intercepts, but one of the intercepts is also a stationary point. Okay, the stationary point will be repeating, as you can see here. I wrote it to the power 2. Okay, it will be repeating. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Right, let's not waste any time. So, example, we have, okay, let's say it's passing through here, and then we have, okay, so this point here is -3, while this one here is 2. And then they say determine the equation, okay, determine the equation of f of x equals -x cubed plus ax squared plus bx plus c. Right. So with this one, what I like about it is the fact that you are already given the value of a. This is why you are not given another point here. Right? This is why you are not given another point here. So how do you then solve this? Right? How do you then determine this equation? Okay? So normally we say f of x equals a into x plus x sub 1 and then x plus x sub 2 all square. But in this case, we are given the a, it's -1, right? It's -1. So we're going to say this is f of x equals negative into x minus 3 should be x plus 3. And then this is 2, so it will be x minus 2. However, it's repeating, right? It is repeating. So we will say this is f of x into, again, minus into x plus 3. We simplify this. It will become, maybe this confuses you. This is similar to saying it is negative x plus 3 and x minus 2 times x minus 2. Okay? It is the same thing. So this then becomes x squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay? Plus 4. So now let's further simplify this. X times all this, it will be, let me go to the next page. It will be f of x equals negative into x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x, right? X times x is x cubed. X times -4x is -4x squared. X times 4 is positive 4. Great. Positive 3 times x squared is positive 3x. Positive 3 times -4x is, it's 3x squared. 3x squared. My mistake. Positive 3 times x squared is 3x squared. Now positive 3 times -4x is -12x. -12x. Positive 3 times positive 4 is positive 12. Right, it's positive 12. So collecting like terms, we have x cubed -4x squared plus x squared. It seems we are left with -x squared. 4x minus 12x is minus 8x, and then positive 12. Now, multiplying everything with this negative, it will be negative x cubed plus x squared plus 8x minus 12. And this is how you determine your equation of your, the equation of your graph. Okay? Perfect. So we now head to the third case. With the third case, this is when you are given a quadratic. Okay? Given a quadratic graph. Okay? When we are given a quadratic graph, here's a thing that you know. we said a quadratic is a first derivative of your quadratic is a first derivative of your cubic. So this means you should remember this. F of x equals ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Now, this means f prime of x is equal to 3ax squared plus what? 2bx plus c. Okay? So they will have given you this. And when you're given this, you can find this. Remember in the last video, we said, I want you to note x-intercepts of this guy are x values of stationary points of f of x. Right? You will recall that, right? Perfect. Now, let me give you an example and maybe conclude this. It might be easier, but please bear with me. It might be an easy example. So, example, determine the values of a, b, and c for f of x equals ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx, given f prime x is sketched below, or is as sketched below. Okay? So we're going to say our f of x, f prime x is like this. So this is -1, this is -2, and this y-intercept is -6. Okay. Now I drew this like a maniac. Okay. Right. So, as you can see, they say this is f prime of x. Right? They say this is f prime of x. In order for us to be able to derive these and find a, b, and c, we need to find the equation of this parabola. Now, what do? We say, because we are given the x-intercept of the parabola, it'll be easier for us. And please note, this parabola is smiling. If it's correct, the a must be positive, right? Okay, let's get into it. So f prime x is equal to a. I'm being careful with this a. I'm being careful. I'm not saying this a that I'm using is this very a that I'm using here. Okay? It is not. Or maybe let me just change it and not call it a. Let me just call it something else. Let me just call it k. Okay? Let me just call it k. K into x plus x sub 1 into x sub 2. Right? So what I'm saying, f prime x is equal to k into, it's -2, so it's x plus 2. This is not -1, it's +1. Okay, it's +1. It cannot be -1. It's +1. Okay, it's +1. So now it is x minus 1 because it's a positive x value, right? So remember what I had said. When I get here, I like to simplify this before I can substitute anything. So it is k into x squared plus x minus 2. Now, it's easier for me to can use the other point given, which is 0 and negative 6. So at 0 and negative 6, so where there's x I put 0, where there's y I put negative 6. So negative 6 equals k into 0 squared plus 0 minus 2, right? So what do we have? We have negative 6 equals negative 2k. As you can see, k equals 3. Oh, so if k equals 3, it means this thing will be smiling. And that tells me I'm in the right track. Therefore, we can say f prime x equals 3 into x squared plus x minus 2, which becomes 3x squared plus 3x, right? Plus 3x minus 6, right? Minus 6, right? Minus 6, right? So this is it. Perfect. Now, we are not done. We are not looking for f prime of x. We are looking for f of x, right? Now, remember this information that I gave you here. I'm going to use it now, okay? I had said to you, f of x equals ax squared, ax cubed, plus bx squared plus cx plus what? Plus d. I further said f prime would then be, derivative of this would be 3ax squared plus 2bx plus c, right? So, in our case, we are seeing that we have, as you can see, 3 is the coefficient of x squared. Can you see that? So 3a is the coefficient of x squared here. So we are saying 3a equals, what is it here? It's 3. Can you see that? It's 3. Therefore, this means a equals 1. Okay? This means a equals 1. Then let's go to, this part here is 2b. Maybe, yeah. Let's go to 2b. 2b, here it's represented by, remember, 2b is the coefficient of x in the first derivative. It's the coefficient of x. Let's look at it. Here, what is it? It's 3. So, it is 3. So, 2b equals 3. This therefore implies b equals 3 over 2. Alright? This therefore implies b equals 3 over 2. Now, what is the value of c? C is a constant here. Alright? C is a constant here. What is it here? It's negative 6. Can you see that? It's negative 6. So basically we found A, B, and C. So this also means our f of x is, x cubed plus 3 over 2x squared minus 6x. Indeed, if you can differentiate this with regard to x, you will find that indeed it's giving you this. Let's try it. F prime x, what is it? 3x squared minus, plus 3 into 2, of course into 2x minus 6, right? Look at it. It is 3x squared plus 3x minus 6. Let's go back. Here is it. Can you see it? This is when you know that what you did is right. Okay. All right, guys. So this is all that you need to know, and wish you all the best. However, we still have 3 more videos on this section. So see you next time. Bye bye.